We've talked a lot about meal replacements, especially recently. They've been a hot topic, but this has got to be one of the most different meal replacements I've ever talked about on the channel. Now, you guys know when it comes to keto people, Mike is really the resident keto on the channel. Today, we're talking about Keto Meal, which is a meal replacement that aligns with the keto diet. Now, I love carbohydrates, but this product is very special. It actually has a great place in my stack, and I'm going to talk about why this product works great for keto dieters and for tons of other people, and why you should check it out for yourself. I've never talked about American Metabolix on the channel before, so it's kind of exciting to welcome them into the PricePlow fam. Now, if you adhere to the keto diet, you know that it's a lower carb option. Most people expect it to improve your triglyceride, your cholesterol, your inflammation, your overall body composition, and I could see why a lot of people would think that. This is not a discussion on whether or not that's true, but most keto prepared foods or diets or whatever you're going to do to fit it into the keto diet is going to be around 75% fat, 5 to 10% carbohydrates, and the rest protein. What I really like about this product is that, yeah, it fits into those macronutrients, but they get it from whole egg protein. There's other stuff in here as well, like dehydrated butter that we'll definitely talk about, but a whole egg powder is what I'm really excited to talk about today, to be honest with you. There have been some companies over the years that have done egg white powders. We've talked about them plenty of times. They're fun. They're kind of salty tasting, but if you know me, you know that I love whole eggs. The yolk is just a huge source of micronutrients. I think it's a sin to not even eat them. So two super simple, very healthy products to get in for your diet: butter and whole eggs. Let's talk about it today. So this is a meal replacement that has less than 10% of its calories coming from carbohydrates. So if you're worried about staying in ketosis, not something that I normally care about, but for the point of this video, yeah, absolutely, this will keep you in ketosis. I figured let's start off with the protein, since protein is really the big macronutrient that most people come to meal replacements for. This is going to be using whole egg powder, like I mentioned. So these eggs have been pulverized, dehydrated, and made into a powder. I actually don't think that the public perception of whole eggs is that low anymore. Yes, a lot of bodybuilders eat egg whites. It's an easy source of protein without much fat coming with it. But I do believe that a lot of people eat whole eggs now, and they believe in the health benefits of it. But if you're not aware, they're really a great source of fat and micronutrients. You get things like 20% of your RDA of B12, 30% of selenium, 10% of vitamin A. You're also getting the natural activated form of vitamin A, retinol, which is much better in terms of bioavailability. You also get a ton of zinc. It's one of the master minerals of the male endocrine system. And the numbers that you get from this is actually pretty cool because a single egg only contains about 70 calories. So you can get a lot of eggs in before hitting your maintenance calories and going into a surplus. So don't worry about getting fat when you eat this kind of food. Now, another really big thing to note here is that eggs are huge sources of choline. When we talk about choline bitartrate, valve, and GBC, all these different versions of choline carrying ingredients, I always kind of note like this has a lot to do with how many eggs you eat a day and if you actually eat those egg yolks. We're actually going to get 150 milligrams of usable choline from this. We also get lutein, zeaxanthin, very powerful antioxidants. And Mike noted in the blog that eggs are very high in terms of satiation. Now, this is subjective, and also when you pulverize them, make it into a powder, I'm not sure how much of a difference that makes, but it's worth noting. If you're using a meal replacement in a diet setting, you know, a lot of people are using keto products dieting, then satiety is something to note, and eggs are going to be a higher satiation. I'm not sure if that converts into the powder form here, but it's worth noting for sure. There's a lot of data on cholesterol. If you want to get into our blog, Mike really goes in on the keto stuff and cholesterol. This is really his wheelhouse. Not to say that I can't talk about it, but our blogs always go a little bit heavier on the science, and that's by design. The videos are supposed to be a little bit more digestible. But if you're interested in learning about cholesterol, seeing the citations and getting really nitty-gritty with them, I would definitely run over there for that kind of information. Now, the one other big ingredient here to talk about when it comes to macronutrients is going to be the dehydrated butter. Now, butter is infamously high in saturated fat, and it's been demonized by mainstream media and bad publications and blogs, and it's absolutely untrue. If you go through the science that was produced in 1950s, I mean, let's be honest, it demonized saturated fat. None of those studies pass any terms of modern science scrutiny. And if you watch the shifting trends in research, you'll see that they favor saturated fat a ton now. You'll even see a lot of articles talking about the benefits of medium chain triglycerides, MCTs. We talk about it a lot. These are also found in butter. So butter's great for you. Another reason that you might be interested in butter is milk fat globulin. Another reason that you might be interested in butter that's going to be more of a uncommon new thing to talk about, which we've been talking about recently with another product out there, is milk fat globule membrane. This is one of the keys to dairy fat's benefits. And this is basically because butter is like pure milk. There's a lot of different components of milk, fat, globule membrane. It's going to be important for immune, cardiovascular health. Specifically, it has some positive effects on the gut's mucosal and epithelial layers. This is going to help the integrity of the gut overall. Gut health is very popular right now. It also seems to improve cognition in adults. All the more reason to enjoy dairy if your body can use it well. Now they finish this off with some coconut water powder for some great electrolytes. It also helps out with the flavor a little bit. Coconut water is definitely a cool addition to this because it acts as an osmolyte. So you're going to help the body hold on to water with the naturally occurring electrolytes within it. And lastly, there's added vitamin C and E. That's because animal foods and keto dieters are usually kind of deficient in vitamin C and E, so it's a nice little addition there. Now, one of the last things that's really cool about this is they actually flavored it with stevia and monk fruit. I'm not going to be doing a flavor test today, but we have enjoyed the flavor of the product really nicely. Everything from American Metabolix and the supplement group, we usually enjoy the flavors from them. I've got chocolate, but there's also things like apple pie, which I actually am really excited to. I want to get one of those to try out. Blueberry cheesecake, chocolate peppermint bark, peanut butter cookie. There's a lot of really great flavors out there you can try out. And with all that said, I hope this was a little bit of a different video for you guys. It's a keto meal. It's not something I usually talk about. I don't talk about keto almost ever. I mean, if people want to run it, I'm not against it. I think it's a fine diet, but I like my carbohydrates to perform with. That being said, a product like this fits into my diet because sometimes I want to get some protein in, and I also diet decently high on fat, and I can always add carbohydrates for myself. I'm a big egg user, so I don't always want to be drinking whey. It's also worth noting that I go through stints of dairy-free dieting, and something like this is going to help me get in my protein and fats without eating dairy. So in any case, I do have to say we have a business affiliate relationship with the supplement group that owns American Metabolix. We have a coupon code if you want to use it, but that's all way of saying we got this product for free. So that's worth noting at the end of here. But I hope this was educational, informative, helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. I love to talk about American Metabolix, keto meal, keto in general, or why I like carbohydrates over the keto diet. In any case, I appreciate you guys being this far in the video. Thanks so much and have a great day.